Good morning, beautiful. I love to say that. Good morning, beautiful queens. Good morning. It's happy Sunday. You guys know where I'm headed. It has been an amazing 48 to 72 hours of revelation and awakening. I told you guys yesterday, in a real good, strong season of obeying God. We just said, well, what does that mean? That means everything He tell me to do, I'm doing. I don't care how I feel. And some of it I'm feeling, but I gotta do it anyway. I gotta do it anyway because I see the prize. You guys saw the prize too, and it's a transformed life. I seen a meme out there the other day. I think I posted it that there's a miracle in the biggest miracle, it said, is a transformed life, and so that's what we're all striving, is for God's best. I hope you got a chance to go back and hit the replay for the Facebook Live that I did for you guys on Friday night. It's powerful. I was going back and reading some of you guys' comments. Y'all something else. That revelation, I honestly, it's been a different revelations that have really been transformative in my life. I think that's going to go down as one of the strongest ones because God is revealing to me a lot of the cycles that we go through, guys. It's because of that. It's because we don't realize that we haven't stepped into God's best. A lot of times we just don't know it's not God's best. When He told me, He said, I said, well, God, I thought you were behind that. I didn't say I wasn't. I didn't say it was my best either. So, people talk about it's either a lesson or a blessing. So some of those levels that we get to is all about our growth. And some seasons you grow more than others. And He said, nah, it wasn't my best. It was just better. I'm just trying to show you something. I'm trying to expose you to something. I'm trying to expose you to you. So, but anyway, I wanted to jump on here this morning. I honestly, I can't get away from it. And I know when God has something like this strong on me, that means He's not done with the revelation. And so I heard something this morning about why we continue to keep giving into things that don't serve us. And I wonder why God placed this word in me in 2019, really 2018. God dealt with me about reciprocity. And I looked up the word. You guys look it up for yourself. But really, to me, I narrowed it down to a win-win. If you find yourself pouring more of you into something that it is pouring into you, that is not reciprocity. I've done it in personal relationships. I've done it in business. I've done it in friendships. And so we have to begin to evaluate the why. We have to evaluate the why. Why do we keep attracting the same type of people that we have to pour more into them than they pour into us? Why are we doing that? And one of the reasons that I heard this week was, and the person that I heard it from, I said, oh, you spot on about that, is because we have a tendency to need a sense of purpose. And I believe that if you're an alpha female like myself, I'm a project manager, ain't nothing like a good project. But we have to be careful that we don't take that over into every area of our life. So that's that. And then there's a part of us, inside of us, that we identify with. Whether it's brokenness, whether it's rejection, whether it's whatever it is, we identify with that thing. And when we start focusing on them, it keeps us from focusing. It basically takes the focus off of us, so we don't get to focus on what it is that my hair's like doing some crazy stuff, guys. So it keeps us from focusing on us and fixing us, right? So yeah. So we're so busy trying to fix them and pour into them that we're ignoring what's going on the inside of us. I told you guys Friday night, my focus in this season is Jonah. I want God to reveal all that is not of Him in Jonah, because I want Jonah to be whole. I'm not trying to go on this next level without being whole. And I'm not putting myself into any relationship, personal or otherwise, without being whole. Because I think the people, whether it's business, whether it's personal, whether it's family, they deserve, the person that you connect with, people that you connect with, business partners, whatever, they deserve a whole person. Because you know that whole statement out there, hurt people hurt people. I think it's true. You know? But we have to be careful about giving more than we're receiving. And I heard something this morning was so profound. If you have such a dire need to give and not receive, then you need to volunteer. Oh my God, I fell out laughing when I heard that. It's like, yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong. Hold on, guys. There's nothing wrong with there's nothing wrong with it. Oh, the sun. Oh, it's so bright. Where my shades at? Yeah. There's nothing wrong with you volunteering. There's nothing wrong with you giving, but go to a nonprofit. Don't put all your emotions into somebody who's not reciprocating. Okay? Same thing in business. A lot of you are entrepreneurs, and if you're in sales or referral-based marketing, you keep pouring and pouring into something or people or customers or whatever, instead of keeping that I went to a meeting yesterday, and I walked out with more than just business. I was listening to a gentleman, just kind of walk through a very simple way of doing business. I'm sitting there equating that to life. Because I'm thinking, life, Jesus died for us to have an abundant life, right? It wasn't meant to be complicated and hard. If you find yourself in complicated and hard, he ain't in it. Now that's Jonah 101. That's just me, okay? I said, oh, God, not complicated. Oh, and then this morning, I was listening to, you guys know I love following Dr. Jamal Bryant and New Birth. And Al Sharpton was on this morning. He made a comment about God is not into confusion. He's into continuity. I said, ooh, yeah. And sometimes, like, the Tower of Babel, God will see some things going in the wrong direction, and honey, he'll confuse that thing. You be trying to figure out, okay, what happened? What had happened was, because all of a sudden things were smooth, and then they kind of get a little confused, and I'm like, whatever. And guys, when I talk, I'm talking about relationships and finances. That's what we do in the Queen Network, right? So if you didn't get a chance to listen to the replay, go back and listen to the replay. But I'm still getting downloads from it. I believe it's God still ministering to me in this season. For me personally, but guys, it's not just for me. So I'm out here on this platform doing what he tells me to do. Doing what he tells me to do. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys are going to church. But I had an incredible weekend. I had a very much awakening weekend. And parking. So yeah, I honestly am still getting downloads. Hold on, let me take this belt off. Fix myself. Getting downloads from what God is sharing with me. But I honestly, see if I can get, oh, it's just the sun. We just have to be mindful of what we're pouring ourselves and our emotions into, ladies. Oh, I know what I wanted to bring up. I got a chance to see Tyler Perry's movie, Fall from Grace. And everybody, I don't know if you guys are paying attention to the chats and all of that. Guys, because of the arena God has me flowing in, I'm watching certain things. I listen to certain people because God speaks to me through them. I'm trying to prepare myself, get ready for church, guys. So the chats basically were saying, it was a typical Tyler Perry movie. And I'm like, okay, you don't say that with all the other doggone series out there. It's about the 8th one. But he has always been very transparent about his mission. His mission has been the storyteller for the black woman's plight. And it comes from what his mother went through. So I wasn't surprised by the plot. I knew it was going to be, woman get taken advantage of, woman victor. What she turns out to be the victor in the end. Pretty much that's my take on it. But that has always been the way he flows, So I found that really, really kind of funny to me, because I'm like, okay, that's who he is. That's how he's made all of his money, is on that premise. So I don't know why y'all tripping. But here's what I saw in that movie about the 40 plus woman, and here's why he did it. I put it out on my personal page. You can go watch the interviews on Tamara, I think is her name. And he did the interview, and guys, that's still going on with all of these dating sites. And you've got women outliving their mates. So you've got a lot of 40 plus wealthy women, whether they've come into wealth through business, maybe their husband was great business, great visionary, whatever, and he took care of the family and left insurance policies. However she received her wealth, or she could just be a boss. But she's 40, 50, 60 plus, because that's the age that they target, because they prey on them being lonely. I'm going to tell you, the first 30 to 45 minutes, I was almost holding my breath. Because I saw, and he came on so strong, and he was saying all the right things, and he was feeding all the right places, and just, I mean, because she was very cautious on the front end, like, what's going on? And day by day. And then he realized what it was going to take. She wasn't going to be a 2 or 3 day conquer. It was going to take, I think it was couple of weeks before, he actually pulled her in. But he gave her something that she never had. And he kept feeding that thing until ultimately he moved in on the kill, destroyed her emotion, almost tried to destroy her life. But if you watched it, Queens, what I want you to do, if you haven't watched that movie, go back and watch that movie and watch the game on the front end. And all the flags were there. I don't know if you saw them, but I saw them. And I talked about this on Friday night, about us not paying attention to red flags. And so, but we have to stop leading with our emotions. I told you guys this. I'm going to post this everywhere, but remember what I told you. There's no way in the dating and connecting process that your emotions should be connected to that thing. Why is that? Because no commitment has been made. And if you are single, why you all distraught and you're dating a guy and he does something crazy that you don't like, why you emotional about it? Y'all know what I say. You should have 3 or 4 behind him. So he act a fool and do something stupid or whatever. You shouldn't be caught up in all that. Because Johnny did something stupid, you going out with Mike on Friday. So, because remember, you are the chooser. You're not sitting around waiting for him to call. Why? Because your phone should be blowing up because you have multiple friends. You're data gathering. You don't connect your emotions. And that's something I'm really praying to God right now, because he did give us emotions and he gave us all this nurturing, but we haven't learned how to navigate that correctly. And so I just believe in this season, this is just something God is dealing with me with, and I'm going to minister this from a place of power, because a lot of this I've experienced, So guys, let me get out of here and get ready to go to church, and you guys have a great Sunday. I will be live tonight in Bermuda via Zoom. I will put the link in the Queen Network if you guys want to join us, but this is my way of keeping the Queen Network alive and well in Bermuda. It's by connecting with them like this. And so it will be TQN Relationships and TQN Finance. So we'll be talking about that tonight. I'll put the Zoom link in the group, and you guys will feel free to join us from all over the world. But we'll be streaming in live to Bermuda. Guys, have a great day. Bye-bye. God bless.